Hello and welcome to this video about the Consumer Discretionary Select Sector SPDR Fund ETF, or XLY. This exchange-traded fund, ETF, is one of the 11 sector SPDR funds offered by State Street Global Advisors, and it tracks the consumer discretionary sector of the S&P 500 index. In this video, we'll go over the key features of XLY, its investment strategy, historical performance, and the sector it tracks. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of XLY and whether it might be a good fit for your investment portfolio. XLY is an ETF that tracks the consumer discretionary sector of the S&P 500 index. This sector consists of companies that sell non-essential goods and services, including retail, media, hospitality, and more. XLY holds a portfolio of roughly 90 different stocks that are representative of the sector. The investment strategy of XLY is simple and straightforward. The fund aims to replicate the performance of the consumer discretionary sector of the S&P 500 index by holding a diversified portfolio of stocks in the sector. The fund is passively managed, meaning that it aims to track the performance of the underlying index as closely as possible, rather than trying to beat it. One of the key benefits of investing in XLY is that it offers instant diversification across the consumer discretionary sector. By investing in XLY, you get exposure to a broad range of stocks in the sector, rather than just a few individual stocks. This helps to mitigate the risk associated with investing in individual stocks and reduces the impact that any one stock can have on your portfolio. Since its inception in 1998, XLY has delivered solid returns for investors. Over the past 10 years, XLY has outperformed the S&P 500 index and delivered an average annual return of nearly 16%. This performance has been driven by strong growth in the consumer discretionary sector, which has been a key driver of the broader stock market over the past decade. Despite its strong performance, it's important to keep in mind that past performance is not a guarantee of future results. As with any investment, there is always the potential for volatility and fluctuations in the stock market, which can impact the returns of XLY. The consumer discretionary sector is a diverse and dynamic sector that includes a wide range of companies that sell non-essential goods and services. Some of the key industries within the sector include retail, media, hospitality, and more. One of the key drivers of the consumer discretionary sector is consumer spending. When consumers are feeling confident and spending money, this can lead to strong growth in the sector. This is because many of the companies within the sector rely on consumer spending to drive their revenue and profits. Another factor that can impact the consumer discretionary sector is economic growth. When the economy is growing, consumers are more likely to spend money on non-essential goods and services, which can drive growth in the sector. Conversely, when the economy is struggling, consumer spending can decline, which can lead to a slowdown in the sector. In conclusion, the Consumer Discretionary Select Sector SPDR Fund ETF, or XLY, is a passive investment that tracks the consumer discretionary sector of the S&P 500 index. The fund offers instant diversification across the sector and has delivered strong returns over the past decade.